None?
Greg, you've been trying to beat Tom for 18 times now.
I'm not trying to beat Tom. Oakland tries to beat Michigan State, yes. I don't have it. I'm not trying to beat Tom. I have nothing to do with the game. Tom coaches that team. I coach Oakland's team. We play each other. We try and beat each other.
How much of your shooting tonight was your offense and how much was their defense?
We're not a good shooting team. If you look at our numbers, you see that. They're a good defensive team. So are we. You're going to sit there and say they shot bad because of their offense, not our defense. You're not going to give us any credit for guarding them, probably. So I'll give them credit for guarding us. The most credit I'll give is the way the game was officiated and called. It was a very physical game, and we lost that battle inside. You know, we score at the rim with our bigs, and there was a lot of contact, a lot of physical play down there. It was called consistently. It was called the same both ways, which is what you want as a coach. But for us to have any chance to beat Michigan State, the fouls were going to have to be called. They weren't going to. It couldn't be a physical game, and the game was called a physical game, completely even, completely. You want from officials to call the game consistent, and it was consistently called. It was a well-officiated game. But the tenor of what happened really hurt us. We could not score at the rim. Oladapo, Xavier, and Brad Brechting shot 34 shots. All but 3 of those 34 shots were within 5 feet of the basket. And we made 8. So, it's all. I guess the answer is their defense was really good.
You talked about the officiating. What did you get the technical for? What'd you say?
I got the technical because the player on Michigan State shot faked, got our player in the air, and then stepped in and shot it. That is undisputable because even when they went back and looked at it, they called it a 2. So he had caught the ball at the 3-point line. It was a 3-point shot. He shot faked. So it was undisputable that he stepped in and drew that foul. Every college basketball coach before the season starts, before they can ever coach a game, has to watch a video put out by the NCAA on officiating. It's all the new rules. It's all the point of emphasis. It's what's going to be called during the year. A point of emphasis in that video was that exact play, that it's not a foul, that it's being caused by the offense by stepping in. I saw that exact same kid on film and prepping for this make that exact same play in a game, and it wasn't called. And the kid was begging for a foul, and the referee was doing what he was supposed to do. This time it got called. I repeatedly said, without swearing, which is very hard for me.
I don't know if I believe that.
No, I did not swear. Might have been the only time all night I wasn't. That is a point of emphasis. And I think the referee, when I said it for the 37th time, had enough. Did I deserve a technical? Yes, I deserved it. Even though I didn't swear, I probably deserved it. But that's why. That is not a foul. I don't care. I'm not going to sit there and watch a video and be told what is and what isn't, and these are the rules, and then it's called. Especially when I watched it on film, not called, on the same kid, the same team.
How long is the video?
That we have to watch? Mm-hmm. Every year it's different. I think this year was 40 minutes, 41 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that.
The crowd today and the atmosphere. I mean, how proud are you of what this event has kind of become down here? I mean, huge crowd last time, another big crowd, loud crowd.
This is the first time that in this whole long series of playing, when we've gotten them on a neutral floor, that we played like we didn't belong. And so it's very hard for me right now because I'm very angry. I'm really angry with the day, with my team, with me, with the way we coached, with everything. You get 18,000 people down here, you're on national TV, and we played offense like we were in the 8th grade. You may not believe this, but we actually played a hell of a defensive game. They scored 72 points. They shot 23% from the three, 44 from the floor. All right? And they got 14 offensive rebounds, which means they got extra chances. We were in the gaps. We were where we were supposed to be. We actually guarded. We held the player of the year to 9 points and only 4 or 5 assists. If we're going to play Michigan State and hold them to 72 points, if we don't win, it should be a one-possession game. And we were pathetic on offense. We weren't bad. We were pathetic. And I'm very angry about that.
Greg, for the last 30-some years, you've always had offenses that could run and could shoot the three. How difficult is it this year to not have that three-point option to open things up?
Well, very difficult. And, I mean, everybody here knows why we don't, you know. Two of the greatest shooters in the country were supposed to be coming back here, and they didn't. And they left at a time that it was too late to replace them. And so we're struggling with that, and are we going to figure it out? Yes. Are we going to be a much better team in February than we are today? Yes. Are we going to be able to shoot the ball well from the perimeter? Probably not, but we'll find different ways. In our league, nobody's going to be able to guard those two big guys in our league. Michigan State has a lot of body, a lot of length, a lot of size, and again, the game was called with physicality. It was okay. That won't happen in our league, so we'll be fine there. I don't know if we'll ever be fine shooting the ball on a consistent basis with this particular team. But you know what? There's a lot of ways to win. There's a lot of good teams that don't shoot the three. And we'll find those ways, and we're going to be fine. Just today was really, really bad.
Coach, Syracuse coming up on Wednesday. How do you recover with the team from this disappointing performance today?
Well, I haven't looked at them at all this year, but they're usually really big and pack it in and play a zone, and who's going to shoot the ball for us, you know? So that's not a game I'm looking forward to. See, one of the things with Michigan State and Oakland over the years, especially on the neutral court games, we were a team that could run and shoot. Have always been a team that could run and shoot. We've always had one big that was pretty good, but we're usually a perimeter-oriented team at every other position. That was the antithesis of Michigan State. It was the opposite of Michigan State. And we always would have close games with them because our strengths were their weaknesses, their strengths were our weaknesses. And if we shot the ball well and played good, and you know, 2 years ago here, Kendrick Nunn had 30-some. Before that, Kay Felder had 30-some. We had that great player. This year, our strengths are their strengths. And they're the number whatever team in the country, and we're not. And so our strengths against their strengths scared me coming into this game. I knew that it was going to be a problem. I knew that scoring was going to be an issue. I just thought we'd rebound the ball better. I knew we could guard them, and I think we really did. And you can say when you're down 16, they've lost focus, or they're up 6. But if you look at the numbers, we guarded them. 72 points. They scored 1.04 points per possession. That's really good defense, okay? That's really, really good defense, okay? We scored .069 points per possession, 69 hundredths of a point per possession. Now they're going to look at that and say, that's not good defense. That's unbelievable defense, which is true. It's also shitty offense. Really, really bad offense. You know? And we're not going to beat anybody scoring at .70 points per possession. I don't care who we play.
Coach, Brad really struggled out there today. What are you looking for him to improve upon as conference play approaches?
It was a bad day. It was a physical day. He didn't handle it well. He got frustrated. The last play he made, he had 3 guys around him. We had a guy wide open, and he tried to shoot it through 3 guys. You could tell there was frustration. He and Xavier expected to win this game. They expected to play extremely well. They were excited about playing, and they thought this was their last chance in this series. And they Brad and X have been playing very well. X has really been playing well coming into today. And he 0 for 3 from the free throw line, 5 for 20 from point blank range. It just was one of those days. Sad. I'm disappointed. I'm angry, but I'm disappointed and sad for those two guys because they did not look very good today.
Coach, is there any team that this 2019 team reminds you of from the past that you've coached?
Say it again.
Is there any team you've coached in the past that this team reminds you of?
My team reminds me of? No. No, you got to understand, first of all, we have 10 new players. And only 3 of them that play have ever played Division I basketball. We're 10 games into it. And you're playing a team that was ranked #1 in the country. And I know they've had a couple struggles in that, but there's a reason they were ranked #1 in the country. And they could very easily be a Final Four team. And we're trying to find ourselves, and they really made us look bad. And we helped ourselves look bad. But no, this is like no team I've ever coached before. The playbook is thrown out. Everything's new. How we play, what we're doing, how we're doing it is completely different. We're going to hang our hat on defense. I'm going to say it again. You think I'm crazy, but I was really pleased with the way we defended today. Really pleased. Kithier got a couple early because we were making a mistake trying to get to Winston. But for the most part, we wanted to make them shoot threes. They shot 58 shots, and 33 of those 58 were from the three. We did that to the top-ranked team in the country, That's what we forced that. We did that. That's what we wanted. That was the game plan. We felt that we could win if we did that. So we did what we wanted to at that end. The other end was just a total joke.
Coach, you and the team had the chance to watch Kendrick last night against the
I
Lakers.
did. We did.
What does it mean to the guys to see him perform at that level in the NBA?
Well, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And the great thing about it is Kendrick's such a good kid. Stays in touch with them, sends them texts, sends them notes, congratulates them. It's really cool. And after the game, Usain Bolt and he exchanged jerseys, which was really, I thought that was really awesome. And it's just really cool. He's our 4th NBA player in the last 12 or 13 years, but he's the first that's making a mark. Felder's name was pretty big for a while, but it went away. And Kendrick's name is, it's going to be around a while, it looks like. If he keeps doing what he's doing, he could be the Rookie of the Year. That would be unbelievable. Do I think that'll happen? Probably not, but he'll be there close. And it's great for Oakland. It's great for our players to see that you can do that. Like I said, 4 guys in the last 12, 13 years have played in the NBA from Oakland.
Coach, 27 minutes for Blake Landman. Was that kind of a scheme thing just for this game, or was it is he earning minutes?
Well, I think he's the one guy on the team that can make shots. Now, he didn't make them until the game was over tonight, but he's one guy on the team that's making shots. He came into the game shooting 38% from the three, where everybody else is in the 20s. And for us to be successful, you got to have somebody. And so he's going to play a lot because he can make them.
Coach Izzo talks very highly of you as a friend, and he said in his post-presser he had talked to you about wearing a tie and how you should take it off. Do you have any comments on that?
Well, the truth of the matter is the only reason I wore a tie today was because we honored Ken McCarter before the game, who's one of my best friends in the world, who passed away recently from cancer. And we were giving that check for his wife, to his wife and to the Cancer Society, and that's the only reason I wore a tie. Y'all know me, I'm not worn 3 ties in 30 years. He said something, and I probably would have taken it off, except the only color I had on was the yellow in the tie, and that would have looked really bad, just black shirt, black coat, black pants. So I thought, man, if I take my tie off, they might not even see me. So I didn't.
In the coming days ahead, what will the message be to the team as you try to keep their confidence high after not the best performance?
We play Detroit on the 28th of December. Yesterday, I sent them a text after practice before we, went to bed last night. And the text said, We play Detroit in 15 days. That's our focus. This game was for them. Good chance to play on national TV against one of the top programs in the country. It all starts on the 28th of December. We'll be ready.
Any other questions for Coach?
Thank you.